Before we go any further, it's important to slow down and understand what makes Houska Castle different from every other haunted location in Europe. This is not a castle built to defend a kingdom. It was not built near trade routes. It has no access to water. It protects nothing. Houska Castle was built in the 13th century in what is now the Czech Republic, in the middle of dense forest, far from civilization. From a military perspective, it makes no sense. And that is the first warning sign. According to historical records, construction of Houska Castle began under King Ottokar II. But instead of fortifying the walls outward, the builders focused inward, toward a single central point. That point was a deep, bottomless pit. Local villagers already feared this place long before the castle existed. Legends described a hole in the ground that emitted screams, foul smells, and strange winged creatures. Animals refused to go near it. Birds avoided flying overhead. When prisoners were lowered into the pit as punishment, they were pulled back up screaming. Their hair white, their faces aged, their minds broken. Some died within days. The pit was believed to be a gateway to hell. Instead of destroying it, the castle was built around it. Imagine being a medieval villager watching this unfold. No science, no psychology, no rational explanation. Only a hole in the earth that changed people. Workers refused to build near the pit. Some quit, others prayed constantly while working. When the chapel was later constructed directly above the hole, its walls were covered in disturbing frescoes, demonic creatures, malformed beings, and figures that do not appear anywhere else in Christian art. One image shows a creature that is half human, half frog, aiming a bow at a human figure. No explanation was ever given. Pause here for a moment. Everything up to this point has been history. Documents, records, legend. What comes next is where things change. Because Houska Castle did not fade into myth. People still experience things there. By the time Houska Castle was completed, the pit had been sealed beneath the chapel floor. The screaming stopped. But the castle never felt empty. Visitors report shadow figures moving through hallways with no light source. Others describe a tall, faceless black figure standing near the chapel, watching silently. Hunters report gun malfunctions and overwhelming fear when approaching the grounds. Paranormal investigators claim audio recordings capture growls, whispers, and unknown vocalizations, especially near the chapel. Some witnesses describe a sensation of pressure, as if the air becomes heavier the closer you get to the sealed pit. This is not a house haunting. This is location-specific. Now we need to step back. Because there is another explanation. Skeptics argue Houska Castle's legends were exaggerated to discourage trespassing and protect royal land. The pit may have been a natural sinkhole. Medieval prisons often used pits as execution or punishment sites, and fear did the rest. The frescoes may reflect regional artistic styles or symbolic warnings against sign. The shadow sightings can be explained by lighting conditions and expectation bias. But skeptics struggle to answer one question. Why build an expensive royal castle in the middle of nowhere, with no strategic value, and seal a hole no one could see? So when people ask whether Houska Castle is haunted, they may be asking the wrong question. The real question is why someone believes something needed to be sealed permanently. Houska Castle was not designed to keep enemies out, it was designed to keep something in. Whether that something was psychological fear, medieval superstition, or something far darker, remains unanswered. And maybe that's the point. Is Houska Castle guarding a gateway to hell, or guarding us from what people once believed lived beneath the earth? Which truth do you believe?